Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to part two of my diet meal prep weight loss freaking thing. This is part two. So, if you haven't seen part one, I recommend going back to the video before this and checking it out, or you're just going to jump in and be like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. What this guy's just starting off with nothing. I had to stop the previous video because my phone, which what I'm recording on here, will only let me record 30-minute videos at a time before it just cuts off, and I didn't want that to happen. Plus, apparently my battery was almost freaking dead, so I had to throw it back on the charger. So this is part two. Let's get back into the kitchen and keep on going with what we were doing. Let's keep cooking. All right, we're back. Here we are on part two, continuing in the kitchen. We got done steaming our broccoli. I got it right here. We got our scale set up again. I got one of my containers on there. We're going to tar this thing out, or tear, whatever the hell you want to call it, and we're going to start wearing this out. It's good to use a spoon kind of like this, grabbing broccoli out of a strainer or a colander or whatever, because little teeth help grip it better, and plus if you're like boiling it or something, it does let it strain, so that does help also. So what you're going to want to do with the broccoli, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're just loading it up, but what you're going to want to do is, since we're trying to keep each one of these containers at 500 calories, the broccoli actually holds more calories per ounce than the asparagus does. So with the asparagus, we went up to 8 ounces. With the broccoli, we're only going to go up to 6. So 6 ounces of broccoli, and then that'll give you exactly what we're looking for. All right, so just a touch more. I was probably going to put it over. But it's hard to get it right exactly at 6 ounces. So like I said, with the vegetables and stuff, it's okay if you go over by 0.1 or 0.1 up, 0.1 down. It's all good. It's the same shit. So let's keep doing this. So it's 1 down. Here we are with number 2. I actually had to let my phone charge, so I actually filled a couple of these up already before I got part 2 of this thing going, because my phone was almost dead, and that would have been no freaking fun. All right, there's 2. This is the last one. I think it's the last one. I'll have to count how many I got here. Plus, I'm running out of counter space because I got my phone recording for you guys, and it's sitting up on my upper counter here, and that's usually where I put all my prep containers, because I have a very, very small kitchen with very limited counter space. So all you guys out there with big-ass kitchens, I'm jealous. That's all I can say, is I'm freaking super jealous. I wish I had a bigger kitchen. So the next place I move to will hopefully have a big kitchen. I want one of those nice ones with an island and everything in it. Going in with my hands now. I've got to try to find a super small piece. There, 6 ounces. All right, so let me double check, make sure I got all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, that's how many I need for right now. All right, and I'm not going to pause it right now because we're going to go right over to the next item, just because I already had it kind of lined up and ready to go. Bam, the rice. I know, you guys, I looked at the camera, all right, it's pointed kind of far down. I'm sorry, but you guys get the gist of it. Like I said, I'm not a professional at this, so whatever. If you don't like it, sorry. So here is the rice that we started in the last episode. It's all steamed up or boiled or whatever in the rice cooker. It's done, is what I'm getting at, all right? Stop talking away from the freaking camera. We can't hear you, freaking idiot. Yeah, I know. So we're going to go back, grab one of the broccoli containers. Now, it's the same thing between 2 of these. So the only thing you really had to change between the asparagus and the broccoli is the weight. Because I'm making 2 different meal options here. You want to kind of change up your vegetables. You don't want the same thing throughout the week. Because 1, it's monotonous. And then you guys just get tired of the same freaking shit every fucking day. It gets annoying. So I switch it up. I have broccoli and some, asparagus in the other. So we're going to tear that back out. I'm going to grab our little spoon thing again. And so each of the meals for both the broccoli and the asparagus, you want 3.5 ounces. It's 3.5 ounces in weight. We're not talking about like freaking liquid measurements here. So 3.5 ounces of brown rice. If you guys recall, I put some jalapenos in here when the rice was cooking, or with the rice while it cooked. That way it gives it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice. And the spice, if you watch the first one, which I hope you did, if you didn't, go back and watch it like I already stated, the spice will actually help your body temperature go up. It's a kind of like a thermogenic, increases your body temperature, which in turn burns more body fat, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So I bring this back down. There you go. There's the broccoli with the rice. So all we need left in that thing is going to be some protein, and that's going to be the chicken, which is still in the oven. I mean, it's done cooking, but it's just sitting in there because I need to keep it warm, because this does take time. So we put our asparagus back on there, tear it back out to 0. Again, go back in for a nice freaking scoop of that shit. It's about half. Drop that in there. Try not to make a mess, because there's nothing I hate more than freaking doing dishes and cleaning crap up. All right, so bam, 3.5 ounces. So there's the asparagus with the brown rice. Again, same thing. All you gotta do is add the protein now, which we are doing chicken, like I just stated, because I repeat myself, because I want to make sure I freaking get through to you guys what we're doing. All right, so that's pretty much the gist of this part. So we're adding 3.5 ounces of brown cooked rice to each one of these meals. So I'm going to pause the video yet again, and I'm going to finish filling up the rest of them with rice, and then the next step should be the meat. We're going to get down to the meat, because we like putting the fat meats in our mouth because it makes us muscular. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back in a momento. All right. Here we are now with the chicken. We are back with some chicken. And so what you're going to want to do, it's just simple stuff. Remember, we baked the chicken for 35 minutes at 375 degrees just on a baking tray, or anything that you got that you can bake in. So let's start by just chopping this stuff up. It's pretty simple stuff. You can see it came out really nice. It looks delicious. And so you're just going to want to cut this up into just somewhat even slices. It's just however big of a slice you want, because if you have a small mouth, obviously you're going to want smaller slices. But something just kind of like that. Now, I'm not going to go through all the chicken, because of course, blah blah blah, timing and all that shit, and the longer I have my phone off the charger, the quicker it's going to die. I think I saw a little note come up on my phone. Actually, it said something about, oh, recording while having the phone plugged in is still going to kill the damn thing. So I still got to keep this thing going as fast as I can. But I'm pretty much going to get down to the end of it here, and then I'll be able to end this video. Of course, this one's going to be way shorter than the part 1, because obviously we got most of it done in the first one. I don't need to tell you this crap. You guys aren't stupid, I assume. Unless you're the people I have to deal with on the daily basis. Not everybody. I'm just saying a lot of people have to deal with that, like work and freaking everywhere. Just fucking stupid. I can't deal with it. So, yeah, here we go. Still chopping, still chopping, still chopping. And no, this isn't all the chicken we put in the damn oven. I know you guys are saying, oh, dude, I don't know what happened. Did it shrink or something when you cooked it? Like, you could have sworn you had like freaking 9 pounds of chicken, and now it looks like it's down to almost nothing. No. The other chicken's still in the pan. It's just, like I said, timing, guys. Come on. Come on. Pull your head out of your ass. So, I got my tongs here. Again, the ones I use with the broccoli. This is the same knife I've been using to cut everything. Just a fork to hold everything in place. Standard, everyday kitchen equipment. And then I'm going to start with the broccoli meal. I'm going to keep it off camera. I know you guys can't see the scale. We got the scale over here. Turn it on, tear it out. And just simple stuff. Use your tongs, load it up. And the amount of chicken you want to use is 5 ounces per container. So after this is all loaded in there, your container will pretty much be right at 500 calories. I mean, it's going to fluctuate because, not everything's going to be exactly the same. So each container is right around 500 calories, give or take, maybe 10 or 15 calories. But, that doesn't really make much of a difference. As long as you guys stick to this meal plan, you will lose weight. Just make sure you're taking in the proper amount of these things. If you're a small person, you can't be eating 10 of these things a day. It's not going to work, even though this is very healthy food. Like I said, no salt on these. Do not salt any of these meals. It's going to screw everything up. So this is your finished product for the broccoli. You got your protein from the chicken. You got your veggies, which is the broccoli, obviously. And you got your carbs from the brown rice. And then I showed you what seasoning to put on the chicken. You can use the same seasoning if you want more seasoning and just dump it over the whole thing before you eat it. Go for it. So any cilantro, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, any of that stuff is good. So after you're done, bam, put your lid on it. There you go. You got one meal ready to go any time of the week. And we'll just put that one off to the side. Same thing for the asparagus meals. It's going to be the exact same thing, 5 ounces. You don't want to go over that one. I try to make this simple, so the only actual measurements that are going to fluctuate is going to be between the asparagus and the broccoli itself. The veggie amount will fluctuate between meals, but other than that, between the meals, the rice amount is the same, the meat amount is the same, so it makes it nice and simple so you don't get confused or any of that crap. So let's add just a small more little piece in there. God damn it. I'm having trouble with that one. 5 ounces. Bam. There you go. Here's the asparagus meal. Looks delicious, doesn't it? Nice chicken thigh meat. Again, brown rice with jalapenos and asparagus. Ready to go. That one fits in the lid, snaps right on. Bam. Another meal ready to go for the week. Now, one thing I'm going to recommend to you guys, I don't recommend, you're going to have to freeze some of these because they won't last all week. So I recommend freezing the broccoli dishes and eat those later in the week. Keep the asparagus ones in the fridge because after you freeze the asparagus, it just gets kind of soggy and gross, after you thaw it back out. So it's just not the best. So freeze the broccoli ones. Keep the asparagus ones thawed out. And then you can also do this if you don't if you want to change it up from chicken, you can also use beef. Use a very lean beef. It's going to be the exact same measurement, 5 ounces of beef. But if you want to lose the weight, stick to the chicken. But if you want to just change up maybe one meal a day, so if you want to have your breakfast and then 1 or 2 of these meals for the lunch throughout the day and then have a beef one for dinner, you can do that. Go ahead. I mean, that should still work. Just make sure you use a very lean beef. And again, 5 ounces. It's going to be the same measurement. It should keep you right around 500 calories per container. All right, so that's the meal prep. That's what the meals are going to look like. I showed you the finished product. I showed you how to do all this crap. We're good to go. So, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as meal prep. Let me just pause this, get some of this stuff out of the way, and then I'll explain a few other things you can do for breakfast and a few other things that'll help you with your diet. So just a moment. All right, guys. I also wanted to mention to you, sorry I'm a little bit shaky, about breakfast. I told you guys that I eat 3 of those meals that I just showed you how to cook. I eat 3 of those a day right now on the current diet that I'm on. But for breakfast, I switch it up between 2 different meals. It all kind of depends on what I'm doing. On a day, let me see, how do I put this? If I don't go to the gym the night before, because I still go to the gym, you still need to exercise if you want to lose weight. The meal plan itself will help you lose weight, with just like what you're doing. It should help you lose weight. But if you want to kick that up, you still should exercise. At least go for a walk or something every day. I walk right now on my current diet because I'm trying to cut weight. I walk about 5 miles a day. I try to get my 10,000 steps, and since I'm a tall guy, that equals about 5 miles a day. I'll wake up in the morning. I will do a 2.5 mile walk. I'll come home and then I eat my breakfast at 7 a.m. And then, throughout the day, I'll have my meals. So for breakfast, I either go with this, which is just standard rolled oats, steel cut rolled oats, which is basically your Quaker Oats brand stuff. Do not get the instant packs of oatmeal. Do not get the flavored ones. Go with the plain, tasteless, tastes like shit, fucking looks like someone threw up in your bowl oatmeal. I know it doesn't taste the best, but this is what you want to have if you want to lose weight. So you want to just make, for a half a cup of dried oats, with water, it's going to be 150 calories. So you can, bump it up from there if you need to. I only take in a half a cup a day. So that I'm only taking in 150 calories on the days where I eat the oatmeal. And then I season it with cinnamon. Cinnamon is also, goddamn, I'm shaky. Sorry about that, guys. So the cinnamon is also something that will boost your metabolism. It's actually really good for you. So, and it adds flavor and all that stuff. So cinnamon on some rolled oats, that will be your breakfast. If you do not want to have that for breakfast, you can also go with this. So what I do for a day, so if I go to the gym the night before, because I usually go after work, but I don't go every day. The days I do go to the gym, the next morning I'll wake up and I'll have this for breakfast. So, for breakfast I will, just fry up about 4 eggs. So you get 4 of these eggs, 1 bell pepper. So I got 3 of them here for my upcoming week. Obviously I got 12 eggs. So that's going to give me 1, 2, 3 days worth of breakfasts, because I go to the gym about 3 days a week and actually lift weights. And so I got 3 days worth of egg breakfast. So I use, like I said, 1 bell pepper, any color you want. I prefer the orange because it's not as sweet as the red ones. The red ones are a little bit sweeter. And then the green ones are more bitter, but it's personal preference. You can get the green ones. The most bitter ones are going to be the green ones. And then the next step up is going to be yellow, and then orange, and then red. So, the further you get along the color spectrum to red, the sweeter they're going to get. But like I said, I stick with the orange ones because that's just my personal preference. So just 1 bell pepper, 4 eggs, 4 large eggs, AA eggs. And then also, if you want, I also add the same exact measurement in rice. So 3.5 ounces of the rice, and that'll put you right at 500 calories. Actually, a little bit less. It's about 450 calories for that meal. If you don't use the rice, you can knock off about, let's see, how much? I got it written down over here. Sorry, guys. You knock off about 100 calories off of that if you don't use the rice. So just the eggs with the bell pepper is about 350 calories. Or, is that right? Fuck, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, about 350 calories if you just do the eggs and the bell pepper. So if you have a non-stick pan, that's good. It makes it real easy. But if you do have a pan that sticks, I recommend using extra virgin olive oil, just a touch of it. Don't put a lot in there because it's going to add calories and fat, just enough to lube up the bottom of the pan. And, fry all that stuff up and just fry up the eggs, throw the rice in there, chop up the bell peppers, throw them in there as well. Fry all that stuff together, make like a nice little, almost like an omelet. No cheese, no salt, again, none of that crap. Exactly what I'm showing you here. Nothing else. So fry all that stuff up, throw it on a plate, and bam, you got yourself a nice breakfast. Let's see, what else was I going to say about that? Shit, bear with me, guys. I'm having a fucking brain fart here. I don't know. I'll get back to that in a second. All right, so let me gather my thoughts, and then I'll also finish this up with what you guys can drink as part of the diet, and then we'll finish the video from there. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Just before we end this video, there's a couple more things I want to talk about. With the whole bell peppers, like I was just saying with the breakfast, if you want to know how to cut a bell pepper, this is just something I found. Go on to YouTube and look up how to cut a bell pepper by, sorry about that, I'm opening my blinds, from Gordon Ramsay. He shows you a really cool way of doing it. It's really effective. It kind of stops the seeds from getting everywhere. It makes it super fast and simple. So if you're going to go with the bell pepper breakfast, I recommend watching that video. And then When it comes down to drinks, I know that's a problem for a lot of you. I know you're probably sitting there right now watching this with a fucking Dr. Pepper in your hand going, "Oh, I like soda." No, can't do it. Sorry, guy. Like I said, 0 sugars. If everything I just showed you, there was not one fruit in any of that stuff. I don't think the bell pepper is a fruit, is it? I don't think so. But no fruits. That means no apples, no bananas, no raisins, grapes, none of that shit. There's a lot of sugar in that stuff, okay? Stay away from it. Do not use that stuff. Don't drink any juices, none of that crap. The only thing that you can drink is black coffee, just straight black. No creamer, no milk. Get all that shit out of your diet. None of that stuff. Black coffee and then water. Plain old ass tap water. If you can find a sparkling water, go for it. That is still fine, but do not get the flavored ones. I recommend, just because, you know, it's going to make you want to crave other shit. So just don't do it. So if you guys want to know a good coffee, I personally recommend the Kirkland brand Pacific Bold Dark Roast Coffee. This is a good one. I just found this. So if you have a Costco membership, go ahead and use that stuff. Do not get the flavored coffees. Even if you use K-Cups, do not get those. Get pure, just black coffee. Do not get like, you know, mocha flavors. None of that crap. It's all got artificial stuff in there. We're trying to keep it clean during this cut, all right? This is a weight cut kind of thing. So if you really want to drop the fat, this is what you got to do. It worked for me. I hope it works for you. So just freaking plain ass water. No additives, no Mio, no Dasani freaking water additives, none of that bullshit. Just black coffee and water. That's it. And then everything else I just showed you in that video and the previous video on part 1. Nothing else. I can't stress that enough. All right, so I hope this stuff works for you. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll get back to them because I don't have too many people, you know, watching my videos or commenting anyway. So go ahead, comment down below. I should be able to get back to you, no problem. And if you have any success, let me know. Comment down below and let me know how it went for you. If you lost the pounds, I'd love to see it. Like before and after pictures are always awesome. And, you know, let me know how much you lost. Like if you fit in a you know, a bikini or some shit better, or your swim trunks, or you back into an old wardrobe where you can actually put a belt around you now instead of just walking around in those fucking fat ass like sweatpants because you gave up on life. So like I said, let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching. I really hope this works for you. If you guys want to check out my other videos, this is not a cooking channel. This is like a one-time thing. I might do other things if I think of it, but this is not a cooking channel. But if you want to subscribe, check out my other videos first. It's just me sitting there bitching about stuff. I just complain and rant about things that you guys might be able to relate to. So if you like that kind of stuff, go for it. Watch those. You can subscribe, like those videos, all that jazz. And then if you got other shit you want to bitch about, leave it in the comments of my other videos, and I'll, you know, pick up your subject and talk about it. And then if you guys also want to follow me on Kilt Nation, you can see it here just on Instagram, and I have a Facebook page, just at Kilt Nation on Instagram, and the Facebook page is the same thing. See me walking around, do all my daily stuff in a kilt, and I think I even did a before and after picture somewhere on there of the weight loss that I've had with this diet. So you can like scroll through my thing. It shows me wearing a kilt. One picture I'm in a blue shirt, and the other one I'm in like an orange compression shirt. But you can see it. And then I also posted some before pictures of my current weight loss, because I'm only trying to drop like 16 pounds right now. But then I'll do another after photo in about 7 or 8 weeks, whenever, you know, it's like mid-May is when I'm done. So again, thanks for watching. I really hope this works for you guys. I hope it helps you. I hope you get healthy. I hope you get your ass in shape. I hope you feel better. I hope you go down, freaking get out there and find someone who wants to dick you down really good, or someone that is willing to let you dick them down, whatever the hell you're looking for. You're a man or a woman. But I really hope it works for you. Good luck. And you guys have a great rest of your day, week, month, year, life, whatever. Take it easy.